Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello, welcome back to the vlog. I hope you're doing well today, but I have a couple of errands to run. Now, a big thanks, as always, to you early viewers. I really appreciate you coming back. You're going to see today the first changes to the Mercedes AMG GT R. And by changes, I don't mean stuff that the factory could have done. I've ordered the car how I wanted it from the factory, but I'm going to be changing the way the wheels look, the tyres that are on the car as we head towards winter, and I've got a couple of errands to run as well. So let me explain. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to change on this car that I've talked about, I think in every video so far, is the wheels. Now, don't get me wrong, I think in a way these wheels are quite cool with the silver stripe around them. It's the lightweight optional forged wheel from AMG, and this is their signature finish, you know, with the pinstripe all the way around, the AMG logo, which looks very nice down there, but for me, it just doesn't quite work. I want them full black, so I'm heading into Posh Wash, who do wheel refurbs, wheel painting. We painted some of mine there in the past when we've done fun things like the roulette wheels on Gumball, but I'm gonna make these full black and basically stealth out the car, make it a black menace. There are a couple of chrome bits, I'll look into those in due course, but first up is to do the wheels. This was always on the agenda, the car is still being run in, but we're gonna make those look proper and correct for how I want them, rather than I think this finish, which just isn't me. The other thing we're going to do while we're there is take off the Sport Cup 2 tyres. We're heading towards winter. I want to drive this car all the time. So Pirelli have sent me over some Sottozero winter tyres. Those are going to go on the car. They're the same tyres that I've been using on my FF, although in a slightly wider fitment. They're a winter tyre fitment that is 275 at the front and 325 at the rear, which is fat, really fat. So it's cool that they've got those, and we're going to put them on the car so I can keep driving it everywhere over winter, which is going to be good fun as well. In addition to that, a couple of other small things I need to do. I've got to go and pick up an international driver's permit for my trip to Dubai. Massive trip to Dubai coming right up. Need to get sorted because I've got so many cars lined up to drive out there, and you have to have one to drive, not just your standard UK driving license. And then one or two other errands as well while we're at it, and sorting out something quite cool on this that you're going to see later on. So I'm actually going to be flying off, so I need to put my luggage in the car. I'm taking it over to Posh Wash, dropping it off there, and then we'll come back and pick it up when all is done. So, just to show you the boot quickly, and why this is such an appropriate car, you can fold that back. Look how big that hatch is. You can fit masses of stuff in there. Then you've got the carbon strut brace to hold the luggage. So, it works very well. I can just put my bags in, nice and easy. No big deal. Quite a usable, friendly car, this. And then down the wing that you can adjust. Always very cool. So let me jump in, unlock it, in we step. Ah, that looks so cool. And get ready for the beast to roar into action. So naturally, camera to the back. Deep grumble of the AMG GT R. So, I best get on my way. I'm going to drop the car off at Posh Wash, and then you'll probably see me back there when things are slightly different. It's a beautiful morning in London. Look at this lovely winter weather, crisp, clear winter morning. This is what I like. I'm going to leave the car here then for Posh Wash to do their thing, but you might remember I actually originally intended to wrap this car, but when I saw it in black, it looked so stealthy and menacing. It's staying this way, at least for the short term, so that's why the wheels need to be done to finish off that complete blacked out menacing look. In the meantime, I'm going to head off, catch my flight over to somewhere to film something very cool that I can't actually share for a month or so yet, unfortunately embargoed, so secret content to come. But I did, however, on the way here, spot a McLaren P1, so I'm going to walk past that, get my stuff out, head over there, then get on the way over to the airport. A quick snoop around the car park, a bright yellow Corvette right here. That's got a different look to the front end. It is very, very aggressive. There we go. Look at this car again. It's a car you've seen on my YouTube channel before. It looks incredible. The white with the light blue touches and around the interior as well. It's over here from the Middle East. Tyre writing too. That thing is just mega. Hyper cool. So nice. The dream, right? A McLaren hypercar. My goodness. Always love seeing it whenever possible. Anyway, off I go. Bags are packed. Uber is on the way. It's time. Good morning and welcome back. I'm now back in London. I have had a wonderful trip, but it is now time to head over to Posh Wash and see how these full black wheels on the GTR are looking. Now, I'm not entirely sure if at this moment in time the winter tyres have actually arrived yet, and if not, I'm going to have to get them fitted at another time. But I am very, very excited to see how the full black stealth look is going to look on this car. Now at the moment I've actually stopped by my storage to pick up the FF because the FF has been making a funny noise, so the dealer are coming to pick it up. So I'm going to drive this over to Posh Wash, load it onto a truck, the car will go off to the dealer. It's got warranty still, even though it's nearly 6 years old. This car, I've owned it for over 2 years and it's about to be a 6-year-old car, which I'm not going to lie, does have me thinking that it might be time to move it on now. It's done me brilliantly. But I'm very, very, very excited about a future, potentially, GTC4 Listo, a used one at some point, and it might make sense to move this on, use the AMG GT R for now, for the kind of things I use this car for, and if I need more practicality, the Focus RS, or the Focus RS Edition that's coming, we shall see, and then save up for some point next year to hopefully buy a Listo. We will see, we'll see, something along those lines. Anyway, for the minute, let's get it started. Let's head over to Posh Wash, where the GTR awaits, and actually one or two other things do as well. So, key in, first cold start in a while, so fingers crossed it fires up. There we go, perfect. So auto lights. So, the GT8 is alongside, leave that here, and then we'll head out, Posh Wash time, to see the GTR. That sounds good. So, the FF is about to be loaded up into the truck to go to Meridian Modena, part of the service. They can come pick it up in a truck. And meanwhile, the Mercedes tyres have arrived just now, so they've gone off with the wheels. I've just seen the wheels, but I didn't have a moment to film it. And then it will come back shortly when we will have a proper look at it. So this is really running backwards and forwards right now. It's like the endless saga of when will the Mercedes wheels be seen in full black. That's going to go on. Farewell for now, Ferrari. I really, really like that car. It's coming back. This is just to go to the dealer for some work to be done. Well, here's the car, currently wheel-free. Nice to see it again. It's looking super clean and lovely. And actually, coming in here, look at the brakes. Yellow calipers. I always think it's super cool to actually see a little bit inside. And this obviously has rear-wheel steering. So I suppose that's those parts down there at the back, which is interesting to see a little bit of, and then much bigger discs and calipers at the front. Huge monstrous things. Let's see if we have any wheels. These are the rear ones that have now been painted in the satin black. And as you can see, we have the Pirelli Sottozero IIs, the winter tyres, so you have the extra tread pattern for a little bit more grip in horrible weather, and they are MO stamped, which means Mercedes original. But Sottozero winter tyres, those are looking better than when they had the silver rim around, but still with the AMG badge. So we've got those two ready to go on, and then the fronts to arrive afterwards. The first ones are on and down on the ground, and this is looking much, much better. The cool thing is that you can actually get winter tyres in this fitment. These are officially homologated. I think it's really cool the way they stick out. They are huge, 325 wide at the rear. That is massive. But isn't going to stop me driving it through winter. Right, so the Black Menace, the beast of the Black Hell, is starting to take shape. Wheels changed at 284 miles, but let's start it up. There we go, always good. So I'm gonna head outside. There we go, that is so much better. It fits the character of the car how it should be. The stealthy black look, a couple of the yellow highlights still with the calipers and on the interior. But that is an awesome, awesome finish. So big thanks to Posh Wash and of course to Pirelli for the winter tyres that are gonna keep me on the road in Germany over winter. This thing is just a serious weapon of a car. Look at that thing. It's so wide and angry and aggressive. Next question is going to be whether I should dechrome various bits like the handles and the badges and things, but we'll see about that in due course. Anyway, I need to jump in the car immediately now to go on to my next filming thing that I'm going to be doing, and also to take the car where it's going to have the tracking system installed that I'm looking forward to showing you, because it's quite, maybe a bit nerdy, but it's quite a real thing to have to deal with cars like this. So worth showing. Anyway, it's got about 300 miles on the clock. I need to fill it up. Get another, well, I'm going to drive about 200 miles or so on today. Whew, big day, errands after errands after errands. And I also just went to get my international driver permit that's going to allow me to drive all sorts of cars in Dubai. Anyway, I should stop rambling on, jump in the car, and we should make our way northwards. Another 100 of the 1,000 run-in miles is down. I'm up to about 400 now, but even when you get to 1,000, you can only gently start increasing the revs. So there's a long way to go before I can drive the Beast of the Green Hell properly. However, I am now at Aston Martin, where exciting things always happen, like the videos I filmed of my GT8, but more to come on that front. For the minute, we are now going to install the Telemetrics system into the GTR. So if I spin the camera around this way, coincidentally, I am joined now by Global Telemetrics, who are going to be installing the tracker app and software onto my car so that I can show you more about that afterwards and how that works, and hopefully this is just the first. But basically with these cars, because of the value, you have a tracker system, which means you have fobs to carry around that always knows where the car is if anything happens, if you report it as stolen, if the car's driven without the tracker fob, and I have it on all of mine. But this is the next generation of that, where you can get a little bit more functionality out of it as well. So we'll demonstrate that later on when it's installed. Magically fast forward, and we're now in the car at London Heathrow Airport. So I left Aston Martin, finished there, Global Telemetrics installed that I'm going to show you through a little bit about now. Raced down here because I've got an airport pickup to do. So I've done a total now of 446 miles in the car. We're nearly halfway towards the end of the running in process, but I want to show you this app. So excuse me 1 second, I've got the phone up, just logging in so you don't see my email address there, although it's taking just a moment. I don't have the best phone signal here. Come on, log me in, here we go. So, updating vehicles, you can see the app from Global Telemetrics using the Smart Track Tracker lets me select my vehicle, and then if I click down here on a map, it will literally show you, and you'll have to excuse the slow data, but that's where Heathrow Airport is. If I zoom out, we're to the west of London. So that's quite clever, and if you have a whole load of cars, you can actually show them all on the app, and you can set up different alerts for cars being used. So, Benzene Ben, Joe Achilles, any of you guys driving the cars, I'm now going to have alerts when you go out of certain areas, when you go over certain speeds, anything like that. Naughty, hey? Sneaky, sneaky. Maybe it would have been funnier if I didn't actually tell them that's what I was doing. So those guys have installed that. I will be using it in the cars instead of the more traditional fobs. But let me step out for a moment and show you the final result of this car. It's still actually surprisingly clean. I just totally failed to close my door properly. You do have to really press hard to shut the doors on the AMG GT R, but just look at this. It looks so mean, menacing, stealthy, hardcore cool. So I'm looking forward to the adventures to come with this. Those black wheels look brilliant, exactly how I pictured it looking when I planned this out. And now running on the Pirelli Sottozero winter tyres as well. So a bit of an errand day, getting everything sorted out with this car, driving it. Well, it'll be nearly 200 miles in total today. But long one, I'm going to run in, don't want to keep anybody waiting, and I will catch up with you guys very soon. Make sure you're subscribed, click the bell if you want to see plenty more with the cars and see what else I've been up to today in due course. I'll wrap this one up though. Thanks again, I'll catch you soon guys. Cheers!